because we are figuring out our new setup of podcasting stuff, and we're just talking, catching up because we haven't seen each other for a long time, and then we were like, yeah, what are we talking about today? What was your answer?
I thought, honestly, I'm not up to talking about something very difficult because I'm tired.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, let's talk about something easy. And then actually the time was running out, and we said, okay, let's still make a recording and just talk.
Yes.
Without a purpose. Mm-hmm. Well, at least without a direction, and just see where it goes.
Without a predefined purpose.
Yes.
Because the purpose is always in there. What do you think about still doing this, the intro, how we used to do it?
We'll still do it, but not now.
Why not? I have it right open.
Okay, do it. I'm listening.
Yes. Hello and welcome to the Success Lab podcast with Tim and Christoph. Hi, Tim.
Hello, Christoph.
For everyone new to this podcast, we make topics like motivation, personal development, health, and life satisfaction more graspable and break down knowledge from different sources and personal experience in a practical way. We want to inspire you guys on this journey so we can strive together for improvement as a community and become the best versions of ourselves.
Nice. Let's go.
Very
good.
Very natural. I like it.
I think baby steps.
Well, give the small audience we have maybe on this session an insight on what we mean with baby steps. What did we talk about right before?
So you just said best versions of ourselves, and I think it's a big goal, right?
Yeah.
It for everyone on this planet, it's a big goal to become this version, and I do think sometimes it can be overwhelming to have this big goal, and I don't know where, but I heard something, maybe someone told me you shouldn't visualize the big goal too much because sometimes it can be overwhelming. Mm-hmm. Maybe you talked about it with the scoreboard or something.
Do you mean the example with the motorbike?
No. I don't know.
But I'll tell it afterwards. Just
anyway,
finish your thought.
So if the goal is too big and you have this big goal in front of you, it can literally be overwhelming. And then someone smart, I think it was a guy called Christoph. He just said a few minutes ago, I should do baby steps. That's why I said baby steps. So that's what I'm doing right now, just implementing baby steps in the way where I want to go. Mm-hmm. Because otherwise it's just too much. And
yeah, really is too much. But you see how unprofessional today's session is because my phone was just ringing.
Yes,
it's the worst. But I'm facing this right now myself. I think one of the biggest challenges we have is pursuing a healthy lifestyle, and our gym routine is messed up. I wasn't in the gym this week. You weren't in gym this week, even though you said you would.
No, Sunday, but yes.
Well, Sunday.
I mean, some people count Sunday to this week, so yeah.
Yes, on Sunday, day of the Lord stuff, you shouldn't exercise. That's okay.
Church! Okay, I want to talk about church, but continue.
No. Okay, let's talk about church.
I think, I mean, this could be a controversial topic, but I'll just say I'm not super religious, or I actually don't know exactly how I would, call it, because there's actually a lot of terms, right? You can be religious, and you can be Catholic, you can be Christian, and whatever other religion.
You can be spiritual in general.
Exactly. So you can be spiritual, but not necessarily only one religion. Mm-hmm. And then you can also be, like, you can think there is something bigger, but not define it in a religion. And there's also a term for it. I forgot it, but I think that would kind of describe me. Mm-hmm. That's one thing I want to put into this room to talk maybe about it. And the second thing is, I think church can be so meditative. Like, I was in a church with a friend visiting Vienna just to see the church and stuff. And it's so meditative to just be there and calm down.
It's always calm, right? Yes. Even though the acoustics, me as an audiophile, acoustics is very important, and the acoustics are quite horrible. So if you just step on something loud and something cracks, then everybody is waking up from their meditation. But when you're going inside there, there's something really calming in a church.
Yeah.
I was in winter time a month ago. I wanted to go to a concert, and I went to a concert, and I was really early, and I was just passing the Karl's church in Vienna. Beautiful church, one of the most beautiful churches I know. And there was a what is it? A messe?
Service.
A service, yeah, right. A service, and I just went in there. It was actually some kind of special occasion, and the priest was just walking in there, and I was just standing there and praying with him a little bit. I also don't consider myself a hardcore Catholic, but I think we both were born and raised as a Catholic and have been baptized and stuff like this. But so we know how this is going, all the rituals. But I saw it in a different light. It was quite interesting. I don't know why. Yeah, and it's cool.
So I actually do think I want to do that more often, just to not necessarily like, I mean, also maybe attend a service, but not necessarily like do the normal stuff, but like just be a little bit closer to this like nice location and calm down and use it. And I always, I mean, religion is always something I think it's great. Like, even if I let's say I don't believe in this or that religion, most or maybe even any religion in the end will have a benefit of calming you down, centering you, have a community. So there's so many good benefits actually.
Yes.
In any religion. I mean, maybe there's exceptions, but mostly speaking, I think it is.
Yes. I also think the core of any religion in this world is good for humanity. And the only bad things that are coming out are interpretations from people who have a saying in church.
Yeah.
Right? Or a moschee or a Buddhist temple or a Hindu temple. Right?
Exactly. Or two religions or two mindsets fighting. So I think most, again, like core majority of all of them in their own mindset, thinking, thoughts is good for those people. And I mean, if everyone like just leaves people alone, it's a good thing in that sense. Yes.
Let me give you an example. It was also from another podcast, which I don't know the name from, but it was also about the topic of the rivalry between Muslim and Catholic, because there is always this fight. Let's be honest, right?
Of course.
And he says, Jesus Christ from the Catholics was speaking Aramaic. It was his mother tongue. He was speaking Aramaic. And if you Google the word for God in Aramaic, it is called Ilah or Allah, like they're saying. So just a different language compared to English and Aramaic and other Muslim languages. We're all talking about the same God, about the same figure. And we're all fighting about that one person is right and the other one is wrong. But we're all talking about the same goal. It was quite eye-opening for me.
It's crazy. And this is not only for 2 or 3 religions. It's most of them have different interpretations about the same thing, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Also in Korea, where I was, it was interesting. I was just there's like 3 big religions, right? There's Christian, Catholic, and Buddhism. And usually people in the city are either Christian or Catholic, mostly speaking. And then on the land side, countryside, it's more Buddhism. And
it's more Buddhism. Okay. Is it the Chinese Buddhism? Or do they have a Korean Buddhism?
It's a Korean Buddhism.
Okay.
But the Korean Buddhism originated more from the Chinese Buddhism. So it's not the Zen Buddhism from Japan.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But it's it's another one. It's a Korean Buddhism. So it was actually different in Japan and Korea, both Buddhism. But Buddhism is also huge, right? Thailand Buddhism is again different, I believe.
Yes.
But the thing is, we can come back to Buddhism again. But the thing I wanted to say is, it's also funny how we were so confused. What is now Catholic and Christian? Because in Korea, I was asked, what religion are you? And even though I am not, I wouldn't probably not consider myself a Römisch-Katholic Christian here, but I said Christian, right? And their interpretation is different.
Okay.
So the kind of Christian and Catholic, I have to Google it again. It's so confusing. It's exactly the opposite. So Catholic is like Römisch-Katholic, and Christian is Catholic is evangelisch. It's I'm so confused. One is evangelisch and one is Römisch-Katholic.
Okay.
So evangelism is in English, right? Evangelism.
Yeah.
And then Catholic.
Yeah.
But I think it's the opposite. So Christian is Römisch-Katholic.
All right.
It's so weird. So it's just different word for it.
If a Korean person is hearing this, then
please correct us.
Please let us know why it is mixed up in Austria or in Korea. Yeah, it just says, right, the Catholic is a confession from the Christentum. Right.
Catholic is
yeah.
And we talked about it. My dad and the Korean friend talked about it in the car, about those differences. So with actually a Korean talking about it, and the only difference is basically we both believe in God, or they both religion believe in God and stuff. But it's a difference about Mutter Maria.
Yeah.
It's
Mother Teresa.
Mother Teresa. Yeah. In English, that's why I was confused. In German, it's different than.
Yeah, we take the first name, and in English they take the second name of.
Yes.
Oh no, Mother Teresa.
But it is Mother Teresa in English. Wait, is it? This is confusing right now, but I think so. So in German, it's Mutter Maria. So the mother of Jesus. And
Mother Teresa is Mutter Teresa.
So there is differences. I think that's the bottom line here.
Yeah, now it's completely different. And the most important part, we both know what we're talking about, right? We're perfect religion pros.
Exactly.
Yeah. Quite interesting topic where I normally don't do a lot of mostly don't do a lot of research in, because it doesn't tackle me a lot. Was your family strict in religion?
My dad was kinda, and for himself he is still strict, but I wasn't like raised super strictly or something. Not really.
Okay, and he didn't want to deliver it. Isn't delivering it all those rituals to his children.
Just like not putting it to us, not being asked or something, but just in like a normal ways, like So,
okay.
What about your family?
Maybe it's wrong, and I think none of my family listens to the podcast except my father. But I think all the not force but motivation for religion comes from my grandmother, because she comes from a small village in Upper Austria, and there she was living like on the main place where Hauptplatz.
Yeah.
The main place where in every Austrian small village, in the middle of the village, there's the church.
Yes.
And there's a lot of space, and she was living right next to the church. So that's why she was going to the church very often and doing like every ceremony and stuff like this. And I went to a Catholic kindergarten.
You did?
Yes. But also just because it was like 2 minutes away from my home. So I think it's... And my father also has been there. So there was a little bit of religion influence, but not that much. And I did the baptism. Baptized is Taufe, ne?
I believe.
And then there's Erstkommunion,
Yes. I don't know. What
where you eat the bread for the first time. And then there's the Firmung, where you are considered an adult in church
Yes.
with 14.
About.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you're like that.
Yeah.
There's
I've done them all.
There's 7 actually. 7 sacrilege,
Sacraments?
sacraments. So I believe that were the first 3.
Okay.
Birth is the first, I believe.
Birth is not baptism.
No, baptism is after birth, obviously. Baptism is when you get like the
Yeah.
water.
The water on your head.
So I believe the 7 sacrilege or sacraments or
Let's
whatever.
let's go them through. So you say birth.
I think it's the lifespan. So it's birth.
Yeah.
Then it's baptism.
Baptism, water on your head.
Then first communion.
Yeah. First communion. Yeah.
So eating
bread.
Using the bread.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Then the
Being an adult.
what do you I forgot it in German.
Confirmation.
Oh,
It's the
confirmation, yeah.
Then, so you're an
Yes.
adult. Marriage.
Marriage, obviously, and then it's
Divorce.
and then it's the
Yes.
Death.
But you said it's 7.
yeah, death. Oh, the 6. Oh,
Yeah.
oh wow. Okay, so we probably forgot one. I think it's 7. 7 is the holy number, so it has to be 7.
That's so weird. Okay, we got the first 5 right. Then there is Versöhnung.
My
What?
dad told me.
What the hell is that?
Because of your sins, maybe?
Oh yeah, Beichte and stuff like this.
Yeah.
So you tell your priest all the
Yeah.
bad things you did.
So it's basically Beichte.
It was really funny. The first communion
Yeah.
thingy, we had to do this Beichte ceremony. So the priest is sitting in a dark room and it's just listening to you when you are saying all the things that you did wrong.
You're confessing. Yeah.
And I'm confessing. And he was saying, yeah, son, what are your sins? What did you do? And I was like, how old are you? 7 or 6 with your first communion?
Probably, yeah.
Something like this. And I was like, I didn't do anything wrong. And then I made stuff up. I really made up that I stole a chewing gum. I never did this.
Okay, that's hilarious.
It's really.
That's hilarious.
And I told him, yeah, I stole a chewing gum, and I think that was the worst thing I ever done. And I feel so bad. And he says, yeah, Father is forgiving for your sins. Okay, thank you. But that's it.
Yeah.
I didn't do anything.
Interesting.
I didn't do it.
Did you ever steal chewing gum?
No.
Never.
No.
Interesting.
No. You did.
So if I can't admit it. I didn't steal it.
Yes.
But I was an accomplice.
Okay.
I was accomplice in middle school.
Yeah.
I was quite.
We will cut this part out. But yeah, there is Versöhnung. I'm sorry. Did you want to continue the story? I think it's not for
No.
your benefit.
No, I never did it again. I mean, I didn't steal anything.
Yes.
I was just I didn't say anything about it. Yeah.
You just saw it. Krankensalbung.
Ah, that's also one.
What is this?
I think when you're sick,
Then you go to the priest and cough at him.
it's the other way around. The priest will come to you
Okay.
just before you die. So I think my grandma was in the hospital.
Yes.
And she was very sick. So my dad told the priest that she needs So he came by and he did the Krankensalbung and he just did his stuff and talked to her again. She could talk to him. She could confess and that was a few days before she died.
And then Priesterweihe is funeral.
That's a good question.
Priesterweihe is the last one.
Probably there has to be.
So birth is not one of them.
Is it not?
No,
It's not.
Taufe
Okay.
and put water on your head
Yeah.
is the first one.
The baptism.
The baptism.
So I hope all people that are not speaking German will excuse our German words here, but we're trying our best.
Priesterweihe is making a person to a priest by another priest.
So you usually I will only have 6 out of the 7.
No, you just gotta become a priest.
Yeah.
Tim.
Yeah. 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 That's what it is, Christoph. We know what we have to do now.
Okay.
Can we stop? Just quit our jobs.
Yes.
Stop whatever we're doing, and we will become a priest now.
A friend of mine, a very dear friend of mine, she's working as the hotel manager of a Catholic building. So they have also rooms for a hotel, and she has a very deep insight into the daily life of a priest.
Yeah.
They are making huge loads of money. They have so much free time.
Yeah.
It's a really cool lifestyle.
Interesting. Loads of money?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's crazy.
I mean, I knew they were making good money.
And those Stifts, Stift.
Stiftmelk.
Yeah, something like this, or
uh,
Stift Klosterneuburg, or
Like
there are a lot of them.
special church.
Yeah, this is huge, millions and millions and millions of money which is ready to be spent. And the person who is managing this money is the priest, who has the last word on it. Of course he's paying himself well, right?
Yeah, at least what he needs or what he wants to have. Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
20,000 euros for a 30 square meter room.
Let's talk about why do some professions get this that amount of money?
It's so for the priest, it's not rectified.
It's not
in this day and age.
What do you think about politicians?
If they would do the job right, I think you can get paid for Verantwortung.
Yeah, responsibility.
Responsibility. So if you have a big responsibility for people and a lot of weight on every action and decision you take, because I think that's the same with CEOs and politicians.
Okay.
Same thing.
I agree with the responsibility and CEO thing.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that every single Nationalabgeordneter, every single part of the parliament, so every single person should get that money, because every single one gets a lot of money. Even the lowest money, they get a lot of money.
Yeah.
So I do think that's a little bit crazy. If you have a lot of responsibility, yes, totally. I mean, that's why those people are paid. That's why stress, responsibility, the big decisions, they're in the end responsible.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah. They will get thrown off the throne if they do something wrong.
Yes, it's something like you do two stupid decisions and then you're off the table. You don't wait like for 4 years for a re-election. No, you're just kicked off.
Yeah, and that's fair then, right? That they get a lot of money.
Yes, I think so too.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I also have to say, because a lot of people say, politicians should not earn a lot of money, and CEOs also should not earn a lot of money, because the employees are just as important as the CEO. Yeah, it wouldn't work with any less employees, but there are employees who have a bigger impact than others.
Yeah. First of all, that, and secondly,
we get a lot of hate for this.
I mean, sure, they should give us hate.
Yeah, give us hate. We're getting baptized. Yeah, become priests.
Yeah, the thing is, just because all the employees are as important as the CEO doesn't mean that they should get paid the same.
Yes.
So this is not an argument for the paycheck. It's not. Because there's not a responsibility. They can go home even at 3, and maybe the boss says, hey, you should stay until 4 or 4:30, whatever, and no one cares in the end.
Yes.
But same thing could happen for a CEO, and the company will be bankrupt or whatever, like a huge thing will happen and he's off the table. He's done. Yeah. Like you can't afford some things in other positions.
Yeah. If a politician is... So in a best circumstances, if a politician freaks up a decision and is doing a bad job and people get harmed, he gets in prison.
He does.
Right?
He does.
He doesn't just has to pay money back or doesn't earn a lot of money. He gets in prison for years.
Every single step, decision, and thing they will do will be looked at by so many people.
Yes.
If they did anything wrong, they will have a problem.
Yeah.
Not so many people look at like the lower employees.
Yes.
and not very detailed.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can steal a spoon.
Or you, even if you're like, I don't know, like wiping the
windows wrongly.
No one cares.
Yeah.
I was in the airport. This guy didn't do a great job. I mean, I don't care.
Yeah.
But it was not nice afterwards either.
Yes.
I was like, why does he even do it?
Yeah. But if a pilot crashes a plane,
That.
big deal.
Or even not even that bad. Like if a pilot has a bad landing because he did something wrong, which is not on the protocol, it will be on the black box. It will be the co-pilot will see it, and he will get problems. Maybe not like super fired, but maybe even fired.
His career is ruined.
Yeah.
He spent. This could also be like time investment for preparation for this job, because if as a pilot, if you need need to be trained for 10 years, then those 10 years you don't earn anything. And then you know stuff that no other person knows.
Yeah, that's
so this should also be
true.
valued.
So I do think there is definitely a truth behind some things. There is definitely. I also think there is some like paychecks that are overly.
Yes, you have to be fair.
Yeah.
You have to be rational. You have to be fair.
Yeah.
And but being greedy is like one of the worst character traits a person can have.
Yeah.
If greed is away from the world, then I think we would not have this problem, right?
Yeah, greed is one of the biggest problems in the world. Yeah. Greed will eat you alive.
Yes. Oh yeah. Powerful. Power of now. Like just yesterday, I read a very, very important important phrase, on a page. It was like all the things, because in Buddhism you strive for truthness and being enlightened and stuff, and everything else is impermanent and you should not strive for it. Yeah, that's one thing. But what was quite new for me was that there are certain things and feelings which are permanent, and you should only strive for the things, the feelings which are permanent, like peace and enlightenment. Yeah, you can strive for them because they're permanent. If you strive for fun, it is impermanent and will also create the opposite, so pain, right? So if you strive for fun, then you will also get pain. If you want to be rich, you will be poor too, which is like a guarantee. Every successful person has this and had this, like these ups and downs. And I always wanted to strive for, I just want the ups, but I never get the downs. Not possible.
You read that in Power of Now?
Yes.
Because it makes sense, but I also know that Buddha said there's 3 big sins or problems. And the biggest one, number one, is you if you wanting something, striving for something is the root of all evil.
Yeah.
I think he used a different word. To want something, the big one.
But striving, I think is already correct. Yeah.
Striving for something is actually the root of all evil.
Yeah.
Which is crazy to say that, because we always want to strive to be the best versions of ourselves. We want to strive to have this job or this succeed, and basically everyone is striving for something, right? We want to have progress.
Yes.
But in the end, it's still the root of all evil. That's true. It is.
Yes. And you also should not, or if you really strive or work for enlightenment, you will never achieve enlightenment. You don't become enlightened. You are. It's that
you
thing
are,
of you are
already enlightened.
Yes. It's that state of being.
Yes.
Right.
That's in the book.
Yeah.
You will see it. It will come more and more and more often.
Yes. But you should not strive for it, right? You should not strive for being perfectly enlightened. You will never succeed in it.
Because there will be a feeling of not having. Yeah. The thing is, you want to be somewhere. You're forcing. You want to be somewhere where you're not. This creates this synced thing, like a
dissonance.
Dissonance, that's the word. So it creates a dissonance, and this dissonance is actually a negative thing, bad feeling, negative feeling. Even though you want to go there, but this is actually negative. So you shouldn't. You should be careful.
Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't want to open this topic of power of now. I should. Well, because it's always, for me, it's a downward spiral into something very deep. Not negative, but very deep.
Okay, deep.
Yes.
True. I could talk forever about this topic.
Me too.
But
it's also quite exhausting. Yeah.
Because I don't want to like just put it away. You said in the book you read you should strive.
No.
But you said there's a permanent things you can strive for.
Yeah, the permanent feelings in life. Yes.
So, but
tell me about the problems of striving.
Yeah. So the problem about striving is you want something but you don't have, and that's a dissonance, right? Christoph is just getting a book. We actually bought time. But
yes.
My question is there, can you strive for enlightenment? Because you just said enlightenment is like this permanent thing. And I do think you cannot, because that's again striving for something which is the root of all evil.
Yeah.
Which said Buddha.
There is something. So quote of Buddha, which I want to read out loud. Mm-hmm. The Buddha says that pain or suffering arises through desire or craving. And that's to be free of pain, we need to cut the bonds of desire.
It's desire, the word. Striving. Desire is actually, that's the root of all evil. And it's greed. Remember, when you said greed, it's basically just a different thing, right? Desire and greed.
Yeah.
Same.
Yes. And also another thing, emotion literally means disturbance. The word comes from the Latin emovere, meaning to disturb. Love, joy, and peace are deep states of being, or rather 3 aspects of the state of inner connectedness with being. The most powerful part, as such, they have no opposite. Love, joy, and peace.
They don't have opposite.
They don't have an opposite.
Love, joy, and
because I also thought, okay, the opposite of love is hate. Apparently not. True love does not have an opposite. Joy and peace too.
And they are the baseline, right?
So if you put the bad word of striving for love, joy, and peace, you will not get the downside for something else like being happy. Because striving for being happy makes you sad again. And happy again.
But you have to be careful to actually strive for those sad things. Because you will probably trick yourself when you said you're striving for love.
Yes.
You actually usually striving for a partner in life.
Yeah.
Or for this one feeling. Or
acceptance or anything else.
Or whatever.
Yes.
So it's probably not that easy to just, okay, I can strive for that easy.
Yes.
Not that easy.
Yeah. So we could also say that you are not able to strive for love. Yeah. We cannot wish for love. We cannot work for love.
But we can feel it.
It is.
We can feel it all the moments. Right now, here, now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Joy. Same thing. It's you're not euphoric. You're not you cannot work for it. You cannot make the circumstances to feel joy. It is some random moments on the street or in nature. I have to say in nature because you're quite earth and present with yourself. If you feel joy in this moment, it's just there. And you have no freaking idea how this is coming.
I like it so much. I'm just so joyful right now. But not because... Yeah. I don't think it's just random moments. It's all the time.
Holy time. It is all the time. Yeah.
You don't have to...
Love is all the time. Joy is all the time.
Yes.
Peace
as well.
Is all the time.
It's all the time, everywhere, anywhere.
Thank you for reopening this topic again, because I just wanted to close it, but this is... Goodness, that's good stuff.
I know what I'm going to read tonight.
Yeah. You should. Thank you for bringing me this book. I also mentioned this book in the last episode, The Power of Now by Eckart Tolle. Goodness, it took me a long time to get this book.
Have you listened to Eckart Tolle?
No.
You have not? Online, like not in person, but generally, no?
No.
Okay, he's also interesting to listen to. Just a small spoiler or teaser. He's slow. He talks slow. He's not slow. He talks slow. But it's meditative and it's crazy when you listen to him. You literally, it's crazy. I don't know anyone. You listen to him and you feel like you're in a meditation, like a guided meditation. It's really interesting. So this book, this person, it's very worth checking out.
Yes.
And I will also think about what we just said.
Yeah.
Really cool topics.
And the reason why I defended myself of reading this book, because I was so afraid it would change the way I look at the world and the goals I set and the work I did before. It would make it unnecessary because not striving for something, and the years before I was just striving.
Yeah.
But I have to say that it is some kind of parallel way of being more with myself, but also in the meantime also striving for this earthy stuff. I'm still fanatic of cars, and I want to have cool cars, plural, of course, minimum 3.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, I'm not afraid of knowing, being more present, being more enlightened, being more the knower, and knowing that the things I strive on the parallel road next to me, which I'm driving simultaneously, makes it obsolete. So so I don't have to give one thing up for the other. It's a two-way path, and if I feel overwhelmed because the earthy thing is not something you should strive for, then I just switch paths real quick to being the enlightened one, like this. Easy. I'm just shaking my hand. Yeah. And then if I have the need of connecting with the normal community and being a rational, emotional human being, then I just switch sides again. And then I'm more of the startup guy who wants to work, likes the suffering at a workout and the pain when doing push-ups and pull-ups. That's completely okay. One does not have to disappear for the other.
Yeah, I don't think it's like one or the other.
Yeah.
And that's also like I remember we talked about this topic or the power of now.
Yeah.
And you said what you just said, right? You're like you kind of like you're afraid that it doesn't work with the plan you have right now. But I think that's also like that just tells me that this person at this moment wasn't ready. Because I do think if you had read it back then, it wouldn't have made the same impact to you as now.
Yeah. Wasn't the right time, you say?
Yeah. I have a question.
Okay.
I said something to you, or in the podcast actually, one of the first episode even, and you said in German, "Das zieht's mal alles zusammen."
Oh yeah.
I said again, and you tell me what do you feel now? Okay.
Okay.
So I said, "There's nothing further to seek."
Yeah. Oh.
What does it feel now?
I feel joy. You know, because it relieves me of the pressure. I know where the backpack is that has a lot of weight in it. I can take it anytime I want, but say it again.
There's nothing further to seek.
If you don't have to seek for anything, it's not a permanent pressure, then it relieves me. I'm kind of free.
Yeah.
And everything else is voluntarily.
Yeah, that's crazy actually.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I just think this is a really cool observation. I'm happy we made this observation. And I think for now, I think it's super valuable observation. And
Thank you for that.
You're welcome. I'm happy for you. Happy for me. Also happy. Thank you that you just brought this topic up again.
Yeah.
I mean, I always think about the power of now, and there's nothing further to seek because this is really powerful. Like this, there's nothing further to seek. It always gives me the opposite what you described back then. It gives me peace, lightness, and for you it was dissonance probably again, right?
Yes.
Like this,
Complete panic,
right? But it's just light. So
Yes.
I think we can be happy and peaceful. No, we can be peaceful. Peace. We can be in peace.
Peace.
Joy and love.
Yes.
Yeah.
Those are the three.
We don't strive for happiness. We strive for peace, joy, and love.
Yeah. Thank you and props to you that you connected the dots with one of the first episodes we had. Oh yeah, about meditation. You should look into this one. We were other people before that, and connecting the dots with now and really bringing up the situation. Back then you reacted like this, and right now I want to see how you want to react again. That's a power move. That's a cool move. Haven't seen it in a long time. That's cool. That's cool.
Thank you.
And I will definitely meditate on that and think about that tonight. That's cool.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Awesome. I think we can leave it like this.
Yes.
It was a fun episode, Christoph.
It was one of the most valuable podcasts and the most spontaneous podcast we ever did.
Yeah. It was fun.
Thanks for that.
It was actually longer than we thought.
Yeah.
I think it's a good length. So let's leave it.
Yeah. But the same outro is here again. Yeah. You can like our podcast. You can comment our podcast. You can share our podcast. We would love to. We would love to have some heating discussions in the comment section below. And you can also give us feedback and slide in our DMs to maybe get into contact a little more.
Sure.
Yeah, I think we will repost some bits and pieces on other social media channels like Instagram, for example, and also our private Instagrams. And I think also TikTok, and maybe something slips into LinkedIn.
It's coming up.
It's we're getting viral, guys.
Okay.
and then the worst part is that it's not recording, right? That would be
okay. We will finish this now.
Yes.
And then we'll see. Yeah, let's see.
Guys, love, joy, and peace.
Peace out. Have a good one.
Yeah.
See you in 2 weeks.
See you in 2 weeks. Bye.
Bye.